Thom Yorke issues a declaration outlining his position on Israel and Palestine in response to recent criticism from certain fans over his reaction, or lack thereof, to Israel's continuing conflict in Palestine. Thom Yorke has written a lengthy explanation. Throughout their history, Radiohead has performed in Israel on several occasions, notably in 2017 when they turned down Roger Waters' request to postpone a performance in Tel Aviv in support of the BDS campaign. During a solo performance in Melbourne, Australia in October 2024, Yorke was also famously heckled by a pro-Palestine audience member, which caused him to momentarily leave the stage. Jonny Greenwood, Yorke's bandmate from Radiohead and The Smile, has also been the target of a lot of criticism when he recently performed alongside Israeli artist Dudu Tassa in Tel Aviv. Additionally, a nephew of Greenwood's who was in the Israel Defense Forces just passed away. It didn't really seem like the best moment to discuss the unfolding humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, Yorke said in his statement, explaining why he decided not to confront the heckler in Melbourne. After that, I was still shocked that my alleged quiet was somehow being interpreted as involvement, and I found it difficult to come up with a suitable response and continue performing the remaining dates on the tour. I regret giving them this opportunity, Yorke said. That silence, my attempt to respect all those who are suffering and those who have died, and not trivialize it in a few words, has allowed other opportunistic groups to use intimidation and defamation to fill in the blanks. My mental health has suffered greatly as a result of this. In addition, Yorke stated, I hope that anyone who has ever heard a single note of my band's music or any other music I have composed over the years, or who has ever seen the artwork or read any of the lyrics, will understand that I could not possibly be in favor of extremism or the dehumanization of others. Let me now fill in the spaces for the others so that everything is obvious. The international community should put all the pressure it can on them to cease, he said, condemning Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his crew of extremists for being totally out of control and needing to be stopped. Yorke went on to say, the straightforward question of why the hostages have not yet been returned is not addressed by the uncritical Free Palestine refrain that permeates our lives. What may be the cause? Why did Hamas choose the heinous October 7th acts? The solution is clear-cut, and I think Hamas also chooses to cover up its people's suffering in a same cynical way for its own ends. Yorke also denounced social media witch hunts, nothing new, on either side pressuring artists and whoever they feel like that week to make statements etc. do very little except heighten the tension, fear, and oversimplification of what are complex problems that merit proper face-to-face debate by people who genuinely wish the killing to stop and an understanding to be found.